Derbyshire Police have been issuing advice about controlling and coercive behaviour this week, and although domestic violence and abuse is most certainly not a laughing matter, I couldn't help but laugh at the article that I read. Not because of its message as such, but simply because everything that they have said describes the entire police institution to a T. Now this is the article, and what I want you to do is imagine the word partner is the word police, and then tell me that this is not an exact description of them. Derbyshire Police Force said that people who feel that they're walking on eggshells around their partner may be suffering from domestic abuse without realising. They said, do you feel scared of your partner and worry about the consequences of what might be relatively minor things? Does your partner get angry at the smallest of things? Do you feel like you have to do everything their way? Are you worried that what you do will set them off? If you constantly feel like you're walking on eggshells around your partner, you could be suffering from domestic abuse. The force continued, controlling and coercive behaviour is a deliberate pattern of behaviour and psychological abuse that isolates, manipulates and frightens a victim into doing as they're told. It can include assault, threats, humiliation, intimidation or other abuse that is used to harm, punish or make the victim feel afraid. The law on coercive control allows charges to be brought in domestic abuse cases where there is evidence of repeated controlling or coercive behaviour. But unfortunately, there's nothing to stop the police doing the exact same thing to the public and simply getting away with it, is there? It can be brought if a victim suffers serious alarm or distress that impacts on their day-to-day activities, or if they fear violence will be used on at least 2 occasions. The maximum penalty for the offence of controlling and coercive behaviour is 5 years imprisonment and a fine. Unless you're a copper, then it's almost a required behavioural trait specifically looked for in new recruits. Now, I don't want to make light of domestic abuse, and I wouldn't take the piss out of anyone who's been through it or going through it. I would obviously suggest that you try and deal with it yourself if you can find the strength to do so, without breaking the law, of course. But on some occasions, you will have no choice but to inform the police and get their help. Although I would suggest that you require as little of their help as possible and simply use them to try and get you in touch with organisations that could actually help you, along with reporting any incidents, which you should always get logged for worst case scenarios. So if you're suffering from any of the behaviours listed in this story and your partner isn't a copper, then you must seek help and advice. But I couldn't not share this story as it was funny when I read it. Derbyshire Police have literally described them and practically every other plod while trying to tell people that people with those traits are bad and committing criminal behaviour. Thank you to channel supporters, one and all, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.